As you know, every now and then we find teammates who are perfectly matched with us, always in sync, a remarkable chemistry that is both magical and unforgettable. With socks pulled over our pants to ward off ticks, Jim Murphy and I walk the Rhode Island woods. He is a retired school teacher and administrator, bird watcher,
You hear that? That's the white-breasted nuthatch.
and former college hockey teammate. Actually, more than a teammate.
It's us,
What do you mean?
you and me.
Yeah.
I only knew you for a year,
Yeah, I know.
but it's like I've known you a long, long time.
Yeah.
In 1966, before the NCAA allowed college freshmen to play varsity sports, Jim Murphy and I were line mates, along with Skip Sampson, on a very good Providence College freshman hockey team. We played together as a three-man unit for the entire season, supporting each other, backing each other up, anticipating each other's moves. Strangers at first, then teammates, then best friends. Our coach was 24-year-old Lou Lamorello, a tough but fair leader who would go on to become the varsity coach, school athletic director, and NHL Hall of Fame general manager, with 3 Stanley Cups to his credit. Jim Murphy was a tough kid, but at times impulsive, and in that era, impulsivity could get you killed. The Vietnam War was heating up, and the U.S. needed more soldiers. All healthy American males over the age of 18 were eligible to be drafted into the military unless enrolled as a full-time college student. One failed or dropped course put your name back in the hopper, and that's what happened to Jim Murphy. His second semester academic problems nullifying his college deferment and sending him to Vietnam as a combat Marine. Skip and I went on to 3 more years of school and Division I college hockey. Jim Murphy, our line mate, went off to war, a young machine gunner hunting the enemy in the steamy jungles of Southeast Asia. The 3 of us would never again play a hockey game together.
Did people die in your company?
Yeah.
And how was it, the first time that happened? What kind of effect did that have?
Well, usually you're shaking, after a firefight, because you don't know what goes on during a firefight. You just react. I mean, it's just, people could have a machine gun next to my ear, I wouldn't even hear it. Mm-hmm. You just react, and then when everything's over and the smoke is from the air, is the artillery lighting up the sky and everything. When that kind of calms down, a helicopter might be coming in to pick up one of your people, and I would shake so hard I couldn't even hold a rifle. Or after the adrenaline, it's that adrenaline, you live on that. So you don't really. I didn't make attachments to anybody over there because it didn't last. Nobody really lasted a year,
Did you feel that it altered you mentally?
Oh, absolutely. I went a boy. I came back absolutely different.
He slept with a pistol under his pillow, was agitated and distrustful. Then Lou Lamorello sought him out, offering a new college scholarship and a hockey tryout. Murphy accepted the offer, was eventually named team captain, graduated with honors, and became an educator, positively affecting the lives of more than 5,000 Rhode Island high school students.
I made a difference.
We do what we can to control as much of our destiny as possible. But the wheel spins, our fortune or misfortune, sometimes determined by the static pointer of fate. On the evening of December 1st, 1969, millions of college students and other young American men of fighting age anxiously watched as capsules were drawn from a glass jar.
September 14th.
In each capsule, a piece of paper marked by a month and a day.
December 30th.
Our birthdays.
August 31st.
And, depending on the order in which they were picked,
April 1st is 032.
our fates, as draft eligible or not.
May 3rd.
My number was in the range of those to be called.
November 11th.
So a few days later, I drove into Providence and enlisted, subsequently passing the cursory group physical before receiving orders to report for military duty a month after my pending graduation in June. The Wheel of Fortune, however, had another spin left. A fortuitous spin involving a chance encounter on a campus sidewalk during a time of political and social upheaval.
In my senior year, a few months before I graduated, I ran into the ROTC commander of the college while walking down this pathway in late afternoon. He knew I had a bad back. He knew I passed the physical. And he wrote down on a piece of paper a doctor's number. He said, "Go see this man." And I did, and that doctor examined my back. And a few months later, I got a letter in the mail from Uncle Sam saying that I'm now 4F, physically unable to serve.
I hadn't tried to skirt my duty as a soldier, but without being asked, a career military man pulled me, somebody he hardly knew, out of the military and away from the specter of the Vietnam War, where more than 58,000 Americans died and over 300,000 were wounded. Was the quiet intercession his way of adjusting the ledger, protecting a life? And why was I the one to benefit, while Jim Murphy, the best and truest teammate of my hockey life, was still paying a life-altering price for one flunked college course?
I still have some problems. At least once or twice a week, maybe in the middle of the night, I'm attacking somebody.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
But the soldier soldiers on, as we must all, together. Jim Murphy of Burrillville, Rhode Island, Skip Sampson of Stoneham, Massachusetts, and Mike Leonard of Chicago, Illinois. Hockey line mates for 1 year and friends for life. We are now in our early 70s. Skip is battling cancer with courage and a smile. Murph and I are battling with him in spirit and with a catch in my throat when thinking about how we played together and how we stayed together.
My line mate, my center, I was the left wing. Skippy's not here, he was on the right wing.
Yeah.
And we had a good line, right? And it was amazing, you know?
You only know him for basically 6 months, and now it's like we're almost brothers. At least that's how I feel.
Yeah, you were a tough guy too.
We were good. We all complimented. We each had our own specialty. Too bad I didn't stay, but maybe then there had to be a reason.
There had to be a reason. We need pain, we need bumps, we need disappointments, we need failures, right? To learn.
Yeah. You don't know until you fall down and pick yourself back up and you learn something.
Right. And we did.
And we did.
Whether in sports or other endeavors, people who team up to help each other succeed in pursuit of a unified goal forge a bond that could very well last a lifetime.